I thought I was doing fine. Sure, my apartment was a little cluttered, my closet overflowing and my phone constantly buzzing. But hey, that's just modern life, right? Then, I heard about something quietly practiced in Japan. The 100-item rule. It's simple, almost too simple. Live with just 100 personal items. Not 1,000. Not even 200. 100. At first I laughed it off. Who could possibly survive like that? But something about it stuck with me. And before I knew it, I was standing in my living room with a trash bag in one hand, and a weird mix of anxiety and freedom in my chest. So I tried it. For 30 days. And here's what changed. The 100-item rule isn't a law, or even a strict tradition in Japan. It's more of a minimalist challenge. It began gaining traction after Japanese authors like Fumio Sasaki and Marie Kondo inspired the world to rethink their relationship with things. But where Marie Kondo asks, does it spark joy? The 100-item rule asks something much scarier. Do you actually need it? It's about intentionally limiting yourself to just 100 personal items. Not counting your dishes, your bed, or your shampoo, but clothing, electronics, books, bags, and accessories. Yep, everything you choose has to earn its place. At first it sounded impossible, but something in me was tired of excess, of mess, of noise, so I got curious. What would it feel like to let go? Before I could even start, I had to face the truth. I counted everything I owned. By the time I hit 247, I was sweating. Do I really need 11 pairs of shoes? Why do I have 3 nearly identical phone chargers? I felt embarrassed, but also weirdly excited, because now I saw the problem, and that meant I could change it. I gave myself 2 days to narrow it all down. I donated bags of clothes, gave away books, deleted unused apps, and tucked maybe items in a sealed box. When I finally reached exactly 100, I didn't feel deprived. I felt light. The first week was hard. I kept reaching for things that weren't there. Where's my second jacket? Oh right. Gone. Where's that old tote bag? Gone. My default habits were being interrupted, and it was uncomfortable. But something else started to happen. The background noise of my life began to quiet down. I didn't spend 10 minutes deciding what to wear anymore. I didn't stress over which headphones to take. Everything I owned had a place, a purpose, and a reason to be in my life. And in that stillness, I realized something. I wasn't just decluttering my home, I was decluttering my mind. This challenge isn't just about numbers, it's deeply tied to Japanese values, like simplicity, intentionality, and presence. In Japan, minimalism isn't about living like a monk. It's about clearing space for what truly matters. The traditional Japanese home reflects this. Uncluttered rooms, sliding screens, soft, natural light. There's a quiet respect for space, for breathing room, for harmony. And after just a few days I understood why. Less stuff means fewer distractions, fewer decisions, fewer regrets, more awareness, more peace, more life. By week 2 I noticed something wild. I had more time. Not because I suddenly became productive, but because I wasn't wasting so much time. I stopped doom-scrolling shopping sites. I no longer stood frozen in front of my closet. I didn't clean as much, because there wasn't much to clean. And the best part? I began to appreciate what I did have. My favorite sweater felt even cozier. The mug I kept became my little morning ritual. Everything I touched was chosen. It mattered. Here's the part no one talks about. When you strip away the noise, the silence can be deafening at first. I sat with thoughts I used to avoid, old fears, regrets, dreams I buried under piles of busyness, but in that stillness I found clarity. I journaled more. I called friends I hadn't spoken to in months. I even took a walk with no phone, no podcast, just me. It was terrifying and beautiful. Not gonna lie, I cracked once. I bought a new hoodie without thinking. It was soft, on sale, and just felt right. And the second I brought it home, I felt guilty. But instead of beating myself up, I asked myself, what made me reach for this? Turned out I was just lonely that day. That hoodie wasn't a need, it was emotional comfort. That was the real lesson. Our stuff often fills emotional gaps, loneliness, boredom, insecurity, and once I saw that clearly, I stopped being fooled. By the final week, my 100 items felt like enough. I didn't miss the other stuff. In fact, I barely remembered what I'd boxed up. I learned to live more with less, and I felt stronger for it. What stayed? A journal, 2 pairs of shoes, 1 cozy hoodie, yes, the guilty one. I traded out an old shirt for it. A single pen I refilled every week. Everything else? Gone. And with it, the noise, the pressure, the mental weight. So, would I recommend the 100 item rule? Yes. But not because it's trendy, not because it's easy, but because it forces you to get honest. About what you need, about what you use, about who you are without the armor of stuff. It's not about living in scarcity, it's about choosing abundance, on your own terms. I'll be honest, I didn't stay exactly at 100 items after the 30 days, but I'll never go back to the way I lived before. Now every item I own has to answer a question: do you serve me, or do you drain me? And honestly, that one question has changed more than just my closet. It's changed the way I live. There's a quiet kind of wisdom in the way Japan approaches life, a belief that small, deliberate choices shape a peaceful existence. Whether it's folding a shirt just right, or drinking tea without distractions, or choosing to live with only what you need, it's not just minimalism, it's mindfulness. So maybe you don't need to count your items, maybe you don't need to get down to 100, but if you're feeling overwhelmed, burned out, cluttered inside and out, maybe it's time to try living with less, just for a while. You might be surprised by how much it gives back. Let me know in the comments, would you ever try the 100 item rule? What's one item you thought you needed, but realized you didn't?